You have to sponsor Prasadam for a program. How much is that?
Not much. 10,000 rupees.
10,000 rupees only. Those who are generous in mind, you can put your mobile in a normal mode. But if you are not generous like that, then you put your mobile in a silent mode. Okay? Are you ready? For what? Donation or silent? Okay, very nice. You should keep your mobile in the silent mode. Also, keep yourself in the silent mode. And if you have a child, make sure they are not in this hall because they will be disturbed and they will disturb everybody. So those who are having children, I don't know what is the management here. Make sure that they are not here because they will be very disturbed. Right? They cannot hear. They have to play. Hare Krishna. Prabhu, children management. And also, I like to request you that at the end of the discussion, you should ask some question. Not like, oh, you come here, sit for some time, just hear what has been spoken, you don't know what has entered into your system. After that, take question and leave. That is not the way to improve our spiritual journey. So, spiritual journey begins with asking questions, and we advance in our spiritual journey by asking questions. Asking question, relevant question is very, very important. Okay? If you don't ask question, again, service opportunities. If you don't ask question. And if you ask question, very good. Okay then. If somebody is coming to see, otherwise don't need online. Huh? Two devotees. Very good. 2 can become 20. So all of you know Jai Radha Madhava, Kunja Vihari. Very simple kirtan. Okay? Ready? Jai Radha Madhava, Kunja Vihari. Jaya Radha Madhava, Kunja Vihari. Jaya Gopinath Vallabha, Girivardhari. Jaya Gopinath Vallabha, Girivardhari. Yashodanandana Prajajakarunjana, Yashodanandana Prajajakarunjana, Yonatira Vanachari. Yonatira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava, Kunja Vihari. Jaya Radha Madhava, Kunja Vihari. Jaya Gopinath Vallabha, Girivardhari. Jaya Gopinath Vallabha, Vishnupada, Brahmasubri, Pracar, Stokola, Srishima, Avacharnaravinda, Bhaktivedanta, Swami Prabhupada ki, ISKCON Beauty Founder Charges, Divine Grace Prabhupada ki, Vishnupada, Brahmasubri, Pracar, Stokola, Srishima, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada ki, Bhakti Vaishnava Vrinda ki, Brahmacharya Shri Haridas Thakur ki, Shri Radha Vinod Bhagavan ki, Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki, Shri Gaur Nitai ki, Gaura Bhaktavinda ki, Jai Gaur Brahmanande.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So let's welcome His Holiness Bhakti Pracar Maharaj by chanting once Hare Krishna mantra. Before that, can I request Shri to give introduction? Hare Krishna, we'll chant together for Maharaj. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept our humble obeisances from this ISKCON satsang. So, can you brief introduction about Maharaj? His Holiness Bhakti Pracar Parvicaka Swami was born and brought up in West Bengal, India. He completed his bachelor's degree in commerce from St. Xavier's College, Kolkata in the year 1993. He was a chartered accountant and cost accountant by profession. He was introduced to Krishna consciousness in the year 1994. In 1996, he dedicated himself fully to the service of ISKCON, especially in Sri Mayapur, the movement's international headquarters. He offered significant services to ISKCON Mayapur in various leadership and management positions. He has been serving as a traveling monk of ISKCON, spreading the message of Bhagavad Gita and the Sanatana Dharma all over the world since year 2006. Apart from teaching services, he is serving as chairman of the ISKCON Bhagavata Mahavidyalaya at Sri Govardhan Dham. He has been guiding and mentoring many youths, students, corporates, and professionals for more than 2 decades. Hari Om. Hare Krishna. English
I already checked. There's only translation. I don't even double check.
Okay.
Hare Krishna. If I speak in Kannada, it will be better, right?
Yes.
But I don't know Kannada. Continue. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manokistam Sthapitam Jana Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayyam Dadati Vadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Shri Jita Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavansya श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितान्तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादं सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदनाय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरकृष्णे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विश्वभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। मुखं प्रतिपाचलं पंगुलंघायते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं निरकारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यईश्वरम्। हरे कृष्णा। थोड़ा जोर से बोलिए, लिटिल लाउडर। हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Welcome everyone for the Saturday evening spiritual gathering satsang. How many of you are regular in this satsang? Please raise your hand. Mostly are regular. Everyone is regular. Okay. How many of you chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra in your home at least minimum 16 rounds? Okay. How many of you follow four regulative principles? How many of you know what are the four regulative principles? Very good. How many of you follow Ekadasi Vrata? Ekadasi is very popular now. In America, they say it's non-grand day. Hare Krishna. How many of you are able to chant minimum 8 rounds? Because you cannot chant 16 rounds, but minimum 8 rounds. Okay. 4 rounds, 2 rounds, 1 round. All varieties are there. Welcome everyone. Everybody is welcome here. Even if you chant 0 rounds, that is also a good thing. No problem. But we have to know the purpose of human form of life. How many of you accept Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead? How many of you accept you are not God? Very interesting. Okay. So things are very clear. In this world, people love to become God. They leave their homes to search for God. But searching God is very difficult. But to become God is easier. And market is also very good. There are many people available to accept you as God. Right? Prabhupada used to say in Kali Yuga, there is a factory of gods. And every day new and new God is manufactured. And there are good market also. And many people accept them as also God. But you have raised your hand and expressed your opinion that you accept Krishna as God. Right? So why you accept Krishna as God, that should be also understood properly. It should not be sentimental. Many people say in ISKCON, Krishna is God. In other places, somebody else is God. So as if before ISKCON was established, Krishna was not God. And after ISKCON will not be there, Krishna will also lose his position as God. This is your understanding? Krishna is God eternally. Eternal means what? No beginning, no end. In this world, everything has a beginning. And because there is a beginning, there is an end. That is called temporary. That's why we take birth and in due course of time, we all die. You accept that? How many of you accept this process of birth and death? Okay, very good. Where from you came? You don't know. Where you will go? Don't know. But we say we are very educated, very knowledgeable. I know so many things. I am having this degree, that degree. So if you have those degrees, but you don't know where you are going, then what is the point, right? The whole point is lost. If you are driving a car, if somebody asks you where you are going, I don't know. So what people will think? Something is wrong here. So that's why in this world, people, if you ask people where you are going, where from you came, then what is the point? That's the purpose of human life is to know where from we came and where we are going. And whether there is a process to change our destination. Right? Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Jatoshari Dhruvam Mitru Dhruvam Janma. Those who have taken birth, they are going to die, and those who are dead are going to take birth again. This is called transmigration of the soul from one body to another. And it has been happening for how long? Since time immemorial. Very difficult to trace it out. But human platform is given to stop this cycle. The cycle can be dissolved. And we can be liberated. What is the meaning of liberation? Moksha. Other day, one student told the purpose of life is moksha, liberation. But they don't know what is moksha. They know moksha is the goal of life, but what is moksha? There is a spiritual world. Where is the spiritual world? Do you accept there is a spiritual world? How many of you accept? Why you accept? Have you seen the spiritual world? No. Then why do you accept? Shastra says. Okay, very good. Good. Shastra explains that. Prabhupada is to give a very simple example. How do we know who is our father? If mother says he is your father, that has to be. But one may say, no, I don't accept. What he has to do now? Experiment. What is the experiment? DNA test. DNA test of all the fathers. So if you test 10% of all the fathers of the world, it will take minimum 100 years. not 100 years, 800 years. Before that, you will die so many times. So there is no other way to know who is our father. Right? Mother is the only source. Because she only knows who is our. So who knows God? To know God, where you should go. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, I am the seed-giving father of all living entities. I am the Supreme Father. So in order to know the Supreme Father, where you have to go? Where? Supreme Mother. Who is the Supreme Mother? Supreme Mother is the scriptures, Shastra, Vedas. That's why, who is God? How we can know? From Shastra. It is said, this is a beautiful Bengali verse. Avatara nahi kahe, ami avatar, muni sab jani kahe, lakhana vichar. It is said, who is incarnation of God, who is avatar, they don't propagate that I am God. How to know who is God? Muni. Muni means saintly people, sadhus, devotees. Muni sab jani kahe. Because they know who is God, that's why they can tell who is God. And what is the foundation? Lakhana vichara. By identifying the symptoms. There are symptoms of Godhead. We cannot claim, oh, I am God. You can claim, but you have to prove. So Parashar Muni, the father of Vyasadeva, you know Vyasadeva, right? Vyasadeva compiled all the Vedas, all the Vedic literatures, compiler for this age of Kali. His father defined God. Vaisharjasya samagrasya virjasya sahasraya jnana vairagyasya samnam bhagat itingana. In order to be a God, that person has to have 6 opulences in full. It's known as Saraishwarya. 6 opulences in completeness. All the opulences should be there. What are the 6 opulences? Wealth, power, fame, beauty, knowledge, and renunciation. These are the 6 opulences. If one possesses in complete form, that person is God. Clear? So when we say Krishna is God, then we have to check whether Krishna possesses all these 6 opulences in full or not. If he possesses, then he is God. If he does not possess, he is not God. Okay? It's not about our conclusion or opinion. I may say, oh, he is the Prime Minister of India. I may say he is the President of America. I may say so many things. By my saying, one cannot become President of America, Prime Minister of India. In the same way, by my saying, or by my sentiment, or by my feeling, I can make someone as God. We cannot make anyone God, including ourselves. So God is always God, and we are not God. So when we accept someone as God, we should refer this definition. So Krishna appeared in this world 5,000 years ago, in this holy land of India, in Vrindavan, and he exhibited these 6 opulences in full. That's why he's God. So we'll try to analyze today a little bit to convince ourselves, yes, Krishna is God and we are not God. We are servant of Krishna and our duty is to serve that Lord. That conviction has to be there, and that is the success of human form of life. So Krishna has all opulences. First is wealth, money. So Krishna stayed in a city called Dwarka. Have you heard? Dwarka city? You know the opulence of the city? It was built in one night. And the city was under the ocean. And Krishna only had 16,108 queens. Possible? Possible? It's history or story. Those who are married, they know what does that mean. Right? One wife, one husband is very difficult to manage. So he married 16,108 queens. Some people say, if Lord marries so many, why not we? That is the conclusion they make. So we'll enter into the discussion also. And Krishna built palace. How many palaces? 16,108 palaces for each of those queens. One queen, one palace. We cannot give one room also. But we want to be God. Right? So Krishna provided one palace each for the queens of Dwarka. And Narad Muni came to see. Narad Muni is a brahmachari. He thought, my Lord, how he is managing? Let me go and check. So he came to see how the Lord is managing his family affairs. And when he came to Dwarka, he saw Krishna is there in all the palaces. How it is possible? Possible? How? Krishna expanded into 16,108 forms. Do you believe that? Yes. Why you believe? Can you expand? That's why we are not God, He is God. That's why I am discussing. No. This is called opulence. And these palaces were not built by stone, cement, iron, or whatever, like this. It was made of jewels, pearls, all kinds of highly opulent materials. So all descriptions are there in the Shastra about the city of Dwarka. So that's why Krishna is God, because he exhibited that kind of wealth. Then power. So in order to become powerful, people practice. Right? Where they go? They go to gym. Have you seen the picture of Krishna in gym? He's lifting. He's God. He's the source of all power. When he was only a few days old, one witch came to kill him. Was that witch? Putana. Have you heard the name Putana? And she came in disguise as a beautiful lady, like Apsara from the heavenly planet. But Krishna effortlessly killed him. How? Krishna effortlessly killed her, not him. Her. She was a lady. So first demon killed by Krishna was a lady. First demon killed by Ramchandra also was a lady. I don't know, there's some connection. So Putana came to kill him. And she was expert in killing babies. And how she wanted to kill? She mixed. What she mixed? Poison. Allah, poison. Very dangerous poison. Not Allah, Kalkut, right? Kalkut. Very poisonous. Even if you touch, you will die. So he mixed in the breast. Idea was that she will feel the breast milk and kill Krishna. How Krishna handled that? Krishna thought, oh, she came to feed me milk. That's why she is my mother. And she is offering milk. Not only milk, along with that milk, one extra offering. Poison. He thought only two, then I should also add one more. Said, I also accept her life here. So three offerings: milk, breast milk, poison, and life here. So Krishna drank the milk, Krishna also drank the poison, and Krishna also sucked the life here. And Putana was dead, effortlessly. And when she was killed, her original form manifested. Our originality will be manifested in difficult situation. When difficulties are there, then that time we will understand who is who. Right? True picture, true color will come out in difficult situations. If you have to know who is your friend, how to know? In difficult situations. People say, I love you, I love you. Why they will understand? He loves you or not? In difficult situations. So Putana showed her original position, original form in difficult situation. And what was the size of Putana? Only one Yojana, 8 miles. Effortlessly killed. How old was Krishna? Few days, 6 days. That was his age. And when Krishna was 7 years old, he lifted Govardhan hill. And the original size of Govardhan is 64 miles long, 40 miles wide, and 16 miles high. And what was the size of Krishna? That's age, small size, small child, 7 years old. He lifted the Govardhan hill. For how long? 7 days and 7 nights. And how he lifted like that? He was feeling a lot of trouble, no? Effortlessly. With the little finger of left hand. बाएं हाथ का खेल. बाएं हाथ का भी नहीं. छोटा उंगली का खेल. That's the way he lifted the Govardhan hill. That's why he's God. So this is the power of Krishna. Then, first is wealth, second is power. Because the third, fame. In this world, people like to become famous, right? Through social media nowadays. You have to do something. You have to do something wonderful to become famous. But whatever Krishna does, it becomes famous. And Krishna's fame is eternal. Fame in this world stays for some time and then people forget. So many famous people came and gone. Nobody bothers who is where are they now. But Krishna performed his pastime 5,000 years ago. Till now, his fame is spreading all over the world. So he did all kinds of controversial activities. First, he stole butter. He was stealing so many things in Vrindavan. So he was like a thief. So thief should be punished. But what do we do? We worship that thing. Makanchar Bhagavan. Stealing of Krishna becomes the object of worship, and special worship in the month of Kartik, Damodar month. We have special worship of that Lord, Damodar. What is the form of Damodar? Mother Jashoda arrested him. Arrested him, bound him with a rope. And that form becomes the object of worship for the Vaishnavas for one continuous month. That's the fame of Krishna. Then he danced with gopis, others, wives, girlfriends. So if you do like that in this world, what will happen? What will you get? Danda. But what Krishna is getting? Worship. The topmost worship of Krishna is his dance with the gopis. That's why he is famous. Then he left the battlefield. Right? He left the battlefield and ran away. If someone runs away from the battlefield, it is very glorious activity. He is treated as a coward, number one. But Krishna left the battlefield and is worshipped in Gujarat. Rancho Bhagavan ki jai. Rancho. One controversial activity, one name and special worship. That's why Krishna is God. Okay? Krishna is all famous. Whatever he does, it becomes famous. No need of promotion in social media. He is naturally. Okay, clear? So first wealth, then power, then wealth. What's the next? Beauty. Ah, very good. We all want to become beautiful in this world, right? So much competition. Official competition also. Miss Universe, Miss World, Mr. Universe, Mr. So many things. We all want to become beautiful. So one old lady was teaching tense grammar, English grammar, in a classroom. And she asked a question to a student. He said, "My dear student, can you tell me which tense is this?" He told the sentence, "I am beautiful." Which tense is this? The boy stood up and said, "It is past tense, madam." So who is telling? Old lady. For old lady, beauty is past. Although he is telling, "I am beautiful," but the past tense. So beauty diminishes in due course of time in this world. Right or wrong? We can use so many varieties of cosmetics. Whatever you do, it will be finished. Right? Beauty in this world is limited, and beauty in this world is temporary. But we all want to become very, very beautiful. But what kind of beauty Krishna has? Krishna's beauty is unlimited and is ever increasing. It's called spiritual beauty. So comparison, little comparison to understand. Very difficult to understand, but trying to understand. The most beautiful lady in this world is known as Miss Universe. So as compared to Bhuloka, there is Sargaloka. In Sargaloka, apsaras are there, damsels. They are much, much more beautiful than the beautiful ladies of this world. You cannot imagine what kind of beauty they are. And how they see the beautiful ladies of this world, I don't want to say that. We think we are very beautiful, right? But how they see us, the beautiful ladies or other people of this world, is uncomparable. They are much more beautiful. So as compared to the observers of the heavenly planets, the beauty of the goddesses of fortune in the Vaikuntha Loka is much more superior. Then beyond that is queens of Dwarka. Queens of Dwarka are more beautiful than the goddesses of fortune in Vaikuntha. Then beyond that is gopis of Vrindavan. Gopis of Vrindavan are very, very beautiful. There are many, many gopis in the spiritual world. There are many, many gopis in Vrindavan. And out of that, 108 gopis are most beautiful. And out of that 108, 8 gopis are most beautiful. And out of this 8, 2 are the most beautiful. And out of these 2, for these 2, Radharani and Chandravali. And out of these 2, Radharani is the most beautiful lady in the whole creation. One day, one gopi came and told Radharani that I saw the beautiful form of Krishna. Then Radharani told her that you are very fortunate. I don't have that fortune. Then Gopi asked, why? Then Radharani replied that when I see a particular limb of Krishna's body, I cannot move my eyes from that limb of Krishna. So what kind of beauty Krishna has? Unlimited. But to talk about Radharani is attracted by Krishna's beauty. Krishna himself, once Krishna saw a beautiful boy, and he was running to embrace that boy, and he realized that this is not the boy, this is the reflection of his own body. So Krishna himself is attracted by his own beauty. And for that, he does not need any cosmetics. Right? No beauty techniques. Naturally, he is beautiful. And his beauty is ever increasing. That's Krishna's beauty. So Krishna is very, very beautiful. Then, after beauty, knowledge. What is the meaning of knowledge?
No.
Jnana. Okay. What is the meaning of jnana? Knowledge.
No.
What is the meaning of knowledge? Jnana. What is that? Knowledge means know. What to know? Who knows? So generally, a person is knowledgeable
Papa, easy
past,
beka.
present, and future.
ಬೇಡ ತೆಗಿ
That is called knowledge.
ಡಿಲೀಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ತೆಗೆದುಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ ತೆಗೆದುಬಿಡು
Pradeep Prabhu is talking. Okay. Request of the online listeners, please keep your mobile or computer device into silent, which is known as mute. So then knowledge. For us, past is history. For us, future is mystery. That is the problem. That's why there is a slogan. Past is the history. Future is the mystery. That's why live in the present. That is the secret of victory. But problem is there is no present in this world. That is the problem. Living in the present is very wonderful statement, but there is no present in this world. Present is absent. So really, we always say present tense. Present is a fraction of a moment which transforms the future into past. That's it. That is the kala, time factor. We are all controlled by time. And the ultimate form of time is death. Death will take over everything. Death will destroy everything. Nothing will remain with us. That is called death. But Krishna is beyond time. Krishna is not controlled by time. Rather, he is controlling time. Just like sun. When sun goes at the middle of the sky, that is 12 o'clock. It's not that at 12 o'clock sun in the sky. In the same way, Krishna is the controller of time. But we are controlled by time. We don't know anything. We are in darkness. Past is the history, future is the mystery, and there is no in between because there is no present. That is our situation. So Krishna told Arjuna that I and you, both of us, took birth many times in the past, but you forgot what I remember. That is the difference between us and God. Okay, clear? And Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita. Generally, when you speak, give lecture, before that we prepare, no? For one verse of Bhagavad Gita, you have to prepare so many times, then also do some rehearsal, then give lecture. But we never heard that before Gita was spoken, day before Krishna was preparing Bhagavad Gita. Okay, I have to prepare myself, 700 verses, tomorrow, let's revise. It's not like that. Whatever comes out from Krishna, that is called knowledge. Vedas comes out from the breathing of Krishna. So Krishna is the source of all knowledge. He knows everything, including what we are thinking. We are, oh, nobody knows. Yeah, nobody knows, but Krishna knows. Not actions. Sometimes we have done it very smartly. Nobody understands. Nobody notices. But you are number one fool. Krishna sees everything because he is there as Paramatma. But to talk about activities, even our desires are known to Krishna. So he knows everything of everyone. That's why he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Clear? So after beauty, knowledge. Then what is the sixth one? Renunciation. Renunciation means detachment. In this world, if we have something, we become very attached. If someone is beautiful, they become very attached to the beauty. If someone has a lot of money, they become very attached to the money. If they have high position, they become attached to the positions. We become very easily attached. Right? But Krishna has everything, but he is detached. He is not attached for anything. In Rajasriya Yajna organized by Yudhishthira Maharaj, Krishna performed two services. What are the two services? First service was the Brahmanas, Vaishnavas came, he used to wash their lotus feet and took their shoes and put in the shoe stand. That was the first service. And what was the second service? After they took prasadam, they cleaned that. He cleaned that place. These are the two services rendered by who? Krishna, the Supreme Personality of God. That's why he is God. He is the master of everything. He is the Lord of the universe. But he is doing all kinds of insignificant services for pleasing the devotees. That's why he is God. We think God is great. God is great. God is greater than the greatest, but smaller than the small. That's why he is God. So in Kurukshetra war, Krishna did not fight. He was a chariot driver. In this world, people become very proud. Oh, my son has become a driver. The parents say like that? Don't say. When they are proud, oh, my son is software engineer. He is studying in IIT. In IIT, he is a medical expert. That the thing is that pride. But nobody says, oh, my son has become a driver. But Krishna is very proud. He is telling, I am the driver of my devotee, Parthasarathi. And he is driving the chariot of Arjuna. Supreme Personality of Godhead has become the driver. You understand? That's why he is God. And when you drive the chariot in the battlefield, you don't have the time to speak. The warrior, those who are fighters, they don't have time to speak which side to go. And they have signals how to guide the driver. What they do? They kick. The warrior will kick. If they kick at the right hand side, at the back, go right. Left hand, left, middle, straight. Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, sitting on the chariot of Arjuna and getting his kicks. That's why he is God. So, these are the 6 opulences. If a person claims to be a God, he should possess all these 6 opulences. Why we accept Krishna as God? Because he exhibited all these 6 opulences. That's why he is God. He was God. He is God. He will be God. It's a good news. Many people don't like this news, but whether they like or don't like, that is the basic news. And it's not going to change. News in this world is always changing. But Krishna as God is not going to change. But people think, why Krishna is God? Because Krishna is black. People say like that. Why Krishna is God? Because Krishna is black. Once Prabhupada was in Africa, Prabhupada told Krishna is God and his color is black. African devotees are very happy. So some similarities are there. Then Prabhupada said, Krishna is black, but not black like you. What's the difference between Krishna's black color and our black color? In this world, black color absorbs light. That is the science, right? But Krishna's black color radiates light, Brahmajyoti. So Krishna's color is spiritual. Just to give an idea, the Acharya Shastra says it's like that. Krishna's color is also compared like the monsoon cloud. Now is the time of monsoon. To give an idea what kind of color Krishna has. Some may say, oh, Krishna plays flute. That's why he is God. So many flute experts in this world, then everybody should be God. So many flute players are there, but the way Krishna plays flute, nobody can play. Expert. Whatever Krishna does is very, very expert. That's why he is. So in that way, we understood. Hopefully, you are also convinced that Krishna is God and is not going to change. You like to change that? No. Many people are attempting to change that, but that is waste of time. So then who are we? Definitely you are not God, right? How many of you accept that you are not God after hearing this discussion? Oh, where do you go? You are God? Okay. So who are we? Prabhupada said we are godly. We have all the qualities of God, but in minute quantity. We are part and parcel of God. We are servant of God. Mama Ivanso Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. Bhagavad Gita explains. We are eternal part and parcel of the Lord. Sanatana means eternal. Sometimes people say Sanatan Dharma. What is Sanatan? They don't know. Sanatan. We are Sanatanis. We are Sanatan Dharma. What is Sanatan? Sanatan means eternal. Who is eternal? What is eternal? You should know that. Body is not eternal. Spirit soul is eternal. There is no beginning and end of spirit soul. God is eternal. No beginning and end. And our relationship with God is also eternal. That is personal. When we build our relationship with God, that process is known as Sanatana. Clear? So, Mamai Bangsa Jiva Loke, Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. We are eternal part and parcel of the God. So, what is the duty of the part and parcel? To serve the whole. Just like Prabhupada used to give a very simple example, hand. Hand is the part of the body. So what is the duty of the hand? To serve the body. If the hand does not serve the body, then hand becomes useless. No use. In the same way, we are also useless as living entities if we don't serve the Lord. That's why human life begins when we start understanding that we are the part and parcel of the Lord, we are the servant of the Lord, and our duty is to serve the Lord. That is the beginning of human form of life. That is known as Dharma. Dharma means serving the Lord. So that is the message of Bhagavad Gita. That we should recognize who is God, and we should recognize who we are, and what is our relationship with that God, and what is our duty in that relationship. And when we do that, our human life becomes successful. So how to start the relationship? The process is very simple in Kali Yuga. You have to chant the holy name of Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. If we chant this Maha Mantra, Krishna's holy names, then what will happen? We establish our relationship with the Lord. And in that way, we perform Sanatan. Okay? Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Samagata Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hare Hare Ho.
Maharaj, greetings and said, don't ask questions.
Then they can serve in other way.
Yes. Now decide what you want. Any questions, please?
If you have any question, you can ask.
Any other questions?
No question.
But I'm going to get decide. Yes, Puja Maharaj.
Engage with God service. Like sometimes it becomes like always regular.
How to keep always constant service for
Constant. Constant means 24 hours a day. That is called perfection. That is called PhD in devotional life. You want to get PhD in one day, huh? Very good. That is the problem we have. We want to become PhD in one day. One day PhD program. How long it takes to become PhD? Huh? It depends. How many years? 5 years. When it starts? Nursery. LKG, UKG, primary, secondary, higher secondary, college, university. Then PhD. If a KG student say, I want to become a PhD, madam, or PhD, sir, what people will think? Something is wrong. So we want to become constantly engaged. Start the process. So how many hours you are engaged now? 16 hours. Very good. Give her a big hand. How long it takes?
Like 1 hour. It not continuously Maharaj. Like 1 hour it will be, and evening I will do
So total
1.5 hour.
1.5 hour. Okay. 1.5 hour. Then what else you do?
Yeah, some when I do work, I listen lecture. Yeah.
Okay. How many minutes? How many hours?
Yeah, it's full lecture. 1.5 hour lecture.
1.5 hours. Then 1.5 plus 1.5, 3 hours.
That's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
But you have to be constant. 3 hours. How many hours in a day? But you should be happy. The journey began. But you want to get perfection very quickly. So 3 hours should become 6 hours. 6 hours should become 12 hours. And 2 hours should become. But it's a process. It's a gradual process. हिंदी में बोलते हैं आज हुआ भर्ती काल बन गया चक्रवर्ती ऐसा नहीं होता cannot become PhD in one day. So you also cannot become pure devotee in one day. It's a process. You follow the process gradually. Leads to perfection. Okay.
How do you apply in the Kaliyuga to the people, the 6 characters that we are trying to speak? Because is there in everyone. Say, for example, if you take any leader, he has a power, he has a respect, he has a, he may have a duty and frame and everything. But how do we distinguish they are the right and they are the complete? We need to follow them or we don't need to, or
Who they? Who are they?
the superior to you, the leaders to you.
Leaders are God.
I'm just giving one example, not this God. How do you distinguish
What distinguish?
how to follow and the 6 characters we may not see in everyone. But we
6
see-
characters are there only in God.
Yeah, if we see majority, 4, 5, how do you
basically
how do you
you're saying that how to identify a leader.
Leader.
Yes, correct.
identify a leader or keep them as your follower, or should we keep them as a follower? Of course, the ultimate Prabhuji will be Krishna. But the path that we go through, we meet lot of people. In that path, when we meet lot of people, each will have some characters of that things, but not everything. So in that judgment stage, how do we pick what and we go on?
We are very confused in your asking question. So, whom you want to see?
Only.
Who is that person?
No, we get to meet lot of people.
Yeah, obviously, everybody meets a lot of people.
Some will have all characters of,
All characters means?
like,
Swami is like that. Swami is any spiritual leader or spiritual
is
person.
it look at that face as that face of the drive, right? I hope you get it.
It's not clear or sister.
My understanding is that how do you identify a kind of a role model or leader?
Which kind of leader?
That's what she's asking.
So you have to know which kind of leader you have to follow. If you have to become a cricketer, then you'll follow the cricket role model. If you have to become a dancer, then you have to follow a dancer role model. If you have to become a businessman, you have to become a political leader. You have to follow the political idea. There are all qualities of this world. So what
In our regular journey.
what is regular journey?
So when we do PA, Karya, we are supposed to do Kartavya also, our regular day-to-day activity.
What duties you have?
Maybe you work.
Not maybe, it should be clear.
We work.
What you work?
Whatever the Kartavya we are supposed to deliver, maybe as a mother, maybe as a wife.
If you have to become a good mother, follow the role model mother. If you have to become a professional, then you have to follow a professional role model. You have to decide what you have to become.
In that, when we follow a role model, how do we pick the role model?
Which role model? I'm asking you, na? Which kind of role model you want?
We have our Prime Minister Modi ji, right?
Mm.
So he has got all the appliances. He has the power, he has the knowledge, renunciation, wealth, everything he has got. So he has got all the symptoms. But can we take him as a god, or can we follow him? That is what. Because whatever the six this one symptoms you got, right? So everything, even
Please
we
put
see.
the recording on. There is a problem in India, you know.